Hello, I am Megan. Welcome to Everybody Yoga with Megan. And allergies are driving me crazy, so sorry about that. Today's meditation is about, it's not even a meditation, it's about the science of memory, and that in our current lives, our brain, to work faster, goes to something it already knows. And then it figures out what's happening. And sometimes our brain is just wrong. And these memories that it triggers back to go all the way back to childhood. So if you had a childhood where you felt unsure, unloved, unheard, that initial memory is going to impact your current everyday interactions. So, and it's not your fault, it's what your brain is doing. It's going back to the first thing it knows and it's relating it to everything else to work faster. So if you've had moments where as an adult you're feeling like, gosh, I'm unseen, I'm unheard, nobody cares, I really invite you to sit with yourself and really dive into those initial memories, and with the therapist or help, figure out what those were and sit with them for a bit. And then in each daily interaction, when those initial emotions pop up, invite yourself to take a pause and really investigate the situation. Is this a past memory I'm putting on a current situation? Could I ask a clarifying question? Could I come from this with a different point of view and not this already automatic thinking? Just something to be aware of. And even if your childhood doesn't have a moment, where you didn't feel seen or heard, just acknowledging that maybe if you've always felt supported and loved, and somebody keeps coming at you with this energy, maybe pausing and acknowledging that you are coming to them with love, but they might not understand that. They might not receive that because their initial memories aren't that way. And some of the science shows that these memories literally start from birth. So if you are born into a family of addiction, if you aren't held, all of these things that you might not know, but you might have a clue to, right? That is all happening immediately from the moment we're born. So just something to be aware of. So let's come to child's pose. I feel like today's movement should be about strength. I think it takes a strong person to stop in a moment, their automatic response, and investigate where it's coming from. And I think it takes a strong person to say, I need a moment. So that way you have space and time to think through why your reaction is what it is. Child's pose. Two more deep cycles of breath. Press up to all fours, goodness gracious, and take some cow-cat here. Really working through the spine, the hips, and the neck. One more time, each pose. And then just wag your dog tail side to side. Come back to center, turn the fingertips to the side edges of your mat and just rock back and forth. Couple more times. And come back to the center. Inhale, pick your right leg up, kick it out, flex your foot, lift the left arm. So normally here we would do an elbow to knee, kind of crossing the body. This time I want you to stay on the same side of your body. Just gonna bring your right knee to your right elbow and your left elbow to your left knee and back. So you're staying on that same plane, and in and back. Last time, in and back. Turn the right toes out, bring the leg around. You can bend the knee like I am if you need to. Left arm to the side. And come down. Left leg lifts, flex your foot, pause here first, then extend the right arm. And staying on the same plane. Same elbow to same knee to same elbow. Extend, turn your toes out, bring your leg around. And come down. Let's take one cow-cat for good measure. Make your way onto your belly. We're going to come to Sphinx pose. Elbows under shoulders. Pause here. If the low back feels tight, just widen the feet further apart. Work even the pinky toe edge of the foot onto the ground. If the neck hurts, tuck the chin slightly so that way we're not craning the head. We got 2 more breaths here. Listen for the change. Interlace the fingers. Keep the elbows where they are. Tuck your toes. Lift up. So it's like a forearm plank. Lower down, untuck your toes. Release the fingers, spread the collarbones. Interlace the fingers again. My elbows kind of jolted out. Make sure you bring them under the shoulders. Tuck your toes, lift up. Drop back down, Sphinx pose. And again, tuck your toes, lift up. Drop down, undo the elbows, rest your face on the mat. Tense your fingertips down by the shoulders. Inhale, lift your torso. Take a twist. Stay here. Back up, other side. Inhale, back up. Plant your hands under your shoulders, downward facing dog. Roll out through the feet. Bring your feet halfway up the mat, halfway lift. Pick up all 10 toes. Drop just your big toe. Keep pulling your hips back and the crown of your head forward. Drop your toes. Ragdoll, knees bend slightly, grab opposite elbows. Inhale, rise up. Arms come overhead. Hands to heart center, let your eyes close. All you're doing here is existing with your breath. Inhale, lift up, look up, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, walk your feet back, pause in your high plank. Left knee to left elbow and back. Right knee to right and back. 2 more times each side. Down dog when you're complete. Bring your feet to your hands, halfway lift, forward fold. Inhale up, exhale down. Halfway, plant your hands, high push-up. Bring your knees to your elbows again. Total of 3. Down dog when you're ready. High push up. The wrist might be getting a little tender. Don't worry, we're going to stretch them. Drop to your knees. Bring the hands back under the shoulders. Twist the fingertips side to side. We did this earlier. Rock back and forth. Turn the fingertips towards your body. Work on stretching the inside of the forearm towards the front of the mat. Inner elbow creases are facing out. One more breath, stay in it. Gently ease up to release. And then just come to a seat and shake out the wrists. We're going to shake longer than you want to. At first the shaking is like, oh, it's a relief. And then the longer we shake, the more it's like, okay, I'm over this. And that's what we're going to do. You're just flicking the wrist back and forth. The elbows don't need to move very much. Stay with it, you've got it. Three more breaths. And release. Come on to your back and come to your Savasana. Favorite pose. Settle in here. I want you to take one moment here and now to let bubble up inside you a childhood memory that has impacted you. And then I want you to sit with that inner child. If the memory was wonderful, I want you to celebrate that. If the memory was difficult, I want you to hug your inner child. Taking everything you know as an adult and making space for that part of you. And then release that memory and simply focus on the space between your breath. Come back into your body, making your way as you're ready to a fetal position. And press yourself up to a simple seat. Inhale your hands to heart center. And a place in me that acknowledges Our past memories impact our future behaviors. Acknowledges that same place in you. So together we can come into greater awareness. Namaste. Thank you, my yoga friends. Of course, as always, please like, subscribe, comment, share, follow, all the things.